I quit my job as a game designer. Let's get into that. This video is kind of a life update and an update on what development on Desperation looks like. I started Desperation as I wasn't really feeling fulfilled at the current studio I was working at. I really want to make games for consumer and enjoy watching them like those games or dislike those games and give feedback. This wasn't really possible at that studio, and I got an opportunity to join another, so I took it. What does that mean for Desperation? Very good things, actually. I will have a lot more time and a better schedule to more consistently work on Desperation. With this more consistent schedule, I want to start streaming. I'm going to start streaming game dev on Monday, February 3rd. I'll probably doing 3 to 5 EST, Eastern Standard Time. And with this video, when this video goes up, it'll probably be tomorrow when I start streaming on that Monday. I might stream maybe some video games, but it'll primarily be me working on Desperation. I would like to build a community and show game dev and show how fun game design specifically can be as well. I work in Unreal 5 and I've been teaching myself other programs like Aseprites for my pixel art, Blender for my 3D modeling, and I also have been kind of dabbling in a digital audio workstation for making music called Reaper. I'm very excited to get more time for Desperation and possibly be able to start a community with all of you. It won't be perfect, and quite honestly, it'll probably be pretty jank at first, but I'll learn and grow, and just like any other skill, I'll work on it and I'll get better at it. If you'd like to come along on this journey, please stay tuned and join me on stream. I'll have a link below, and you can kind of hop in anytime. I have all my socials down there as well. You can kind of get different style updates on that. Alright, and now to the devlog part. Devlog number 2, Art and Pizzazz. I currently have an itch.io build up for Desperation. It's a very early combat build with a lot of systems taken out. That way I can focus on the core gameplay loop and allow myself to take steps and form a bigger plan. This honestly has been very helpful to polish things before continuing on. I have a lot of sprites and assets that are in several different states, so I wanted to create the vision and completely add it in. The biggest problem that led me down this road is the magic. I created the character The Old Wizard. This wizard has a blue magic in their staff that should be lit. It's magic. Currently, I have all the sprites using Unreal's lit sprite material, and that means the character can get affected by light and they can have shadows casted on them. But because of this, the plume of magic is dark. I really enjoy the look of pixel art with the high def lighting, but that plume of magic is so dark that it kind of takes me out. This bothers me very, very much. I decided to go down a rabbit hole on this. I started at normal maps because I knew normal maps kind of tell the material and how it should be lit by using color and stuff like that. It's a very complicated process. I don't necessarily understand that, but I knew that's how that worked. I could have been doing this wrong with how I was making my normal maps, but it didn't give me the outcome I was looking for. This was a good exploration though, as later I'll talk about how I use that for environmental tiles. I found a video by Cobra Code that goes over emissive sprites. He has a lot of fantastic Unreal pixel art videos, so I highly recommend watching them. This particular video showed how you can use a black and white values in a map to apply a glow, and this was the perfect effect. This took the look to a whole new level and really expands the lighting effect in the game. I do have to tinker with it a little bit, specifically on intensity of glow and how I handled the different colors on the glow. After I finished that, I got into kind of an art kick. I recently updated the character sprites to make them look more dark fantasy and less cutesy. The old environment still kind of had that cutesy, simple feel, and I had a problem with how they reflected light specifically. It was like it was on a piece of sheet metal. I did all the normal map exploration and I knew I wanted to look into that specific thing for environmental art. I first made all the new environment tiles. This took me like 2 days as I updated the pixel count for each tile to 160 or 128 pixels, from 64 pixels. I needed several different pieces, and honestly I have maybe 10 or 12 and I have to redo them a little bit, but all these pieces also had to be tileable, which took me some time with trial and error. After I got all the tiles made, I needed to make the normal maps, and this also took a long time for how many tiles I had, but Aseprite's color replacer tool helped out a lot to make this a little more efficient. The finished effect on this made it so worth it. I had to do an art pass for the procedural generation map, but the finished outcome of the art gives me so much inspiration on what Desperation could be. I'll have some combat devlogs coming soon, but I hope you really enjoyed this one and liked the kind of more life update section at the beginning. If you like this content and want to be a part of Desperation, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments down below on any kind of criticisms you have, what you like, what you don't like. I post more little updates on Twitter and kind of funny random videos on TikTok and YouTube, and I'll have all those in the link in the description as well. But I hope to get more comfortable with streaming. That way, anyone that wants to give more light feedback and kind of be closer in this community can come with me, enjoy those small times, maybe learn something I can learn from you guys. We can kind of make something fun out of this. But thanks you all for watching. I will see you in the next devlog, or I will see you on stream or any of those small fun little videos I make.